Chef Matthew Sheshu here in the studio for Food Talk. Good evening.
Good evening. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm loving the weather.
Yes.
진짜 날씨, it's insane. It's crazy.
It's beautiful spring weather, which means you're not exactly sure if it's going to be hot or cold outside.
맞아요.
So you do what I do, go for the short sleeve jacket.
Short sleeve jacket.
Yeah, best of both worlds.
조끼도 괜찮죠. 이럴 때는.
That's right.
추울지 더울지 모를 때 조끼 입는 건 괜찮을 것 같아요. 몸은 따뜻하고 팔은 시원하고. It's the best of both worlds. But we're not talking about fashion.
No, we're talking about food today.
That's right.
Like we do every Monday. And we have a very interesting segment today.
네.
That's right. So our team came up with this great idea, and I thought we should try this. So if you go online to a lot of these sort of online dictionaries, and so the one that we went to, if you look up 한국 음식 like as a topic, they'll have this whole list of different foods sorted by alphabetical order. So you can search by topic. And here, when you search 한국 음식, we decided to go through all the 기억 foods, all the ones of the first letter of the alphabet. And we decided to pick out some of the more interesting ones here today. Now, this by no means will be a comprehensive list of all of the foods
Sure.
that start with 기억. We don't have the time for that. And B, that list doesn't appear over there. And C, this list is a little dubious. We'll share with you why a little down the line. But we got a lot to get through, so let's jump right into it.
Okay. Well, before we do have to give our quiz for our listeners. 2부 퀴즈를 준비해 보았습니다. 2부 퀴즈는 한국말로 이제 한국어 천재이기 때문에 조금 더 알아보기 위해서 한국말로 고기 겹빵은 무엇을 뜻하는 걸까요? 고기 겹빵. 정답 아시는 분들은 샵 1013으로 단문 50원, 장문 100원, 유료 문자 보내주시면 추첨을 통해서 커피 쿠폰 드리겠습니다. 이럴 때는 힌트를 안 드리겠습니다. 고기 겹빵. I feel like it's like 고기 겹치는 빵, but I don't know.
This is a really interesting one. I very much look forward
Is
to
that the hint?
see
That's just the hint. 빵 사이에 고기가 들어가 있는 걸까요? I don't know.
We shall see.
All right. Well, speaking of 고기 and 겹빵, 기억자 시작하는 food, 음식들.
That's
Let's
right.
get
Let's
to
start
our
with a
list.
really interesting one. I want to start with 가락지빵.
All right, 가락지빵. Now, it sounds old
Right.
because it has 가락지. Because I know 가락지 as a ring, or is it 2 rings?
It's usually a set of 2 rings.
Okay.
Yeah, so specifically they're usually made out of jade, out of oak, and they're kind of rounded.
Yeah.
So if you picture something that is, a ring that's kind of rounded around the edges, it would be, of course, a donut. And that's another word for donut.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
옛날에, like if you wear a hanbok,
Right,
or
right.
just, I guess elderly people would wear these jade rings, and it always comes with a pair as well. I don't know the meaning behind it, but
Yeah, but
Gold
if you
rings
take a look
or-
at them, they really do resemble donuts. Now, like this is not to say that you can walk into a bakery and ask for 가락지빵. Like not everyone will understand you when you say this, but there are certain brands that will brand their donuts or donut-like 빵 as 가락지빵, and it's kind of it's something that's kind of fun. It's kind of a cute little twist.
yeah, 가락지. I looked it up, and it was a song by 황진이. I don't know if you guys know the artist 황진이, but it was quite an old song too. And I was like, what is 가락지? So just for that, I don't know if, as you said, people still refer to it as donuts, but as we talked about, like the old millennials are
Right.
coming back. And
The 할매니얼 style.
할매니얼. 맞아요.
Next, we have 가래떡, which is probably one of the most common types of 떡 out there. It's the ones that's like the long cylinder, and it can be served as that, usually sliced into smaller pieces and then grilled, or it can be sliced on the bias, and those are the kind of oval-shaped 떡 that you find in 떡국.
맞아요. 근데 요새 가래떡으로 만드는 떡볶이들도 있더라고요.
Sure.
So it's a huge, batch of 떡볶이 with 가래떡이 별로 그렇게 얇고 작은 건 아니잖아요.
No. 가래떡 is probably what? I would say about like 2-3 centimeters in diameter.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it was a pretty thick piece of 떡.
Yeah, so if you enjoy just chewing your heart out, 가래떡 그 재미로 먹는 것 같아요.
Sure, and it is definitely filling. Next, we have 가루 우유, which is more commonly referred to as 분유, and this is powdered milk.
Oh, like formula?
Not necessarily formula. This is actual milk that's been so formula usually refers to a type of thing that's got a lot more nutrition in it, all the things that babies need. This is just straight up the powdered version of milk.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, something that you'd find during like wartime supplies.
Okay, all right. All right. Now, yeah, I think lots of places actually use 가루 우유 for milk tea.
For milk tea, they actually use it for a lot of things like baking applications as well. A lot of recipes will call for milk because you want that milk protein in there, but you don't necessarily need the extra liquid.
Oh,
So you'll
okay.
still find it all over the place, but generally not used as a milk substitute anymore.
가루 우유, 영어로 번역하면 그대로 powdered milk.
Powdered milk,
There you
more
go.
commonly referred to as 분유 nowadays.
Okay.
And then you have 가지나물, which is banchan made from eggplant, 가지.
The best.
Yes, it is actually one of my favorites too. You can have it spicy, sometimes it's 고소해. You can have sometimes it's a little, it has a little acidic tang because I'll add a little vinegar to it. You can do it any way you please, and it is delicious.
Yeah.
You have 간 고등어, aka 자반 고등어, which is a salted mackerel most often associated with the Andong region.
Yeah, so I mean, if we break this down as well, 간 고등어. I mean, 간이 돼 있다라고 하면 it's well marinated or
Seasoned, yeah. 간장. It's a
그렇죠.
장 for seasoning.
That's right.
Right, and yeah, so it has that same root.
And so 자반 means more of a salted fish.
Yes.
Okay, so salted mackerel, 고등어 meaning mackerel,
Mm-hmm.
and we're seeing how that just really stinks up your breath.
It does, but you know what? I'll tell you what, it's worth. Actually, I had some literally the other day.
Okay.
And, I enjoyed it inside my mask for the next couple of hours. But you know what? Totally worth it.
트름을 하면은 요즘에 마스크를 쓰니까 wow, it's very real, isn't it? That odor.
Definitely
scent.
is. Next, we have one that I think most of our listeners will be familiar with, 감자튀김, which is French fries. But apparently, according to this one online dictionary, there's also 감자튀기, which is, I suppose, a kind of like a more literary take on 감자튀김. It's
what's that?
yeah. So it says 무다에서 감자튀김을 달리 이르는 말. So sometimes it appears as French fries. So it's just it's the way that language kind of evolves and twists and turns.
Yeah, 저도 저번 주 우리 팀이랑 같이 패스트푸드를 시켰거든요. 저는 그냥 뭐 치킨 너겟을 시켰는데 앞에 감자튀김이 있어가지고 우리 작가님이 유진 작가님이 감튀 드실래요? 라고 하니까 what?
Right?
감튀.
감튀.
이것도 줄여가지고
Sure.
감자튀김을 줄여가지고 감튀라고 많이 부르는데요.
And there is also precedent for calling a fried thing kind of like a 튀기, like, 뻥튀기 as well, right? So there is precedent for this. So
Right.
it's playing with language.
네. I mean, speaking of 뻥튀기 as well.
Good segue. I did not even plan that. We have 강냉이, which is that sort of glutinous, very starchy style of corn that you find in Korea. And I did not know this. I did not know this until we did this episode. So it was originally called gangnami because it comes from the Jiangnan region of China, which was then called Gangnam. So that's why it was gangnami before.
Oh.
And this is also where gangnamkong gets its origin as well. Originally gangnamkong, coming from the same region.
Pinto beans?
Pinto beans,
강낭콩.
gangnamkong. That's right.
I thought it came from Mexico just because I eat a lot with Mexican food.
I mean, it may have come there via, but
Sure.
but I guess its last stop before coming to Korea was the Gangnam region of China. And so it not only does it refer to the corn, it refers to kind of popcorn snack made from that. And I think this food, more than any other food, amazes my specifically American friends more than anything else because Americans have a very set idea as to what popcorn is.
맞아요.
And when they see this, a light bulb goes off. It's like other types of corn can be popped too.
맞아요.
And it's the funniest thing seeing their heads process and wrap around this.
맞아요.
And finally, 강냉이, of course, is also a slang term for teeth.
teeth. 맞아. 이빨.
Right.
옥수수. Yeah. teeth. 강냉이. 한국적인 팝콘이라고 부르는데요. 안주로 많이 드시죠.
Yes,
At least for
yes.
me. Yeah, I'd love to. If I go to a 헛집, 요즘에 헛집도 별로 없는 것 같은데. And if you go to like Namsan or some mountain, there's always that truck.
Yes.
That's selling this 강냉이, and I will buy a bag.
And even though those types of like old school hopum aren't as popular anymore, I know for a fact that they are still incredibly popular popular as an anju because if I walk into my local like 도매시장, right, my local wholesale market, and one entire wall is just these 3-meter long bags stuffed with 강냉이. So those are moving to restaurants. Restaurants are buying them by the
Yes.
truckloads apparently.
아무 맛도 없으면서 맛이 너무 있는
Sure.
강냉이. So
Sure.
good. Tasteless.
We
All
have,
right.
yeah, we have gangjang, another snack. It's it's a very traditional snack. It's a crunchy snack made from rice flour and or wheat flour and sugar syrup, along with sesame seeds or puffed grains or other nuts and such. And from here, you can see why 닭강정 is named as such. It's crunchy and sweet. Similar to the
Yeah.
snack.
So, 강정, we usually, if you don't know what it is, it's basically like a Korean style protein bar, nut bar.
Brittle. It's like a brittle. It's
There
like a
you go.
sesame brittle.
I like that.
Yeah.
추석 때 많이 선물로
Yes.
주고받고 하는데 닭강정. Are there nuts in 닭강정 as well?
I don't think so. I don't have it too often.
Is it just
I think
the
it's
crunch?
it's the crunch and
The
sweet
texture.
Yeah.
There you go. 강정.
You know what? I'm saying this out loud. I wrote this down. I assumed this. I didn't even look this up. So people out there, just take my word for
There
it.
you
That's
go.
where it comes from. Next, you have ketduck, which is a flat duck. It's like about the size of a small tortilla, and it's flat and it's green because it's flavored with suk. But what's interesting in the dictionary is that this is not the primary definition, even though that this is what the word comes from. The primary definition is like when something is done poorly. That term is used more often than when referring to the
yes.
food itself. That has now become the primary definition of
That's
ketchup.
right. So 개떡 같은 뭐뭐뭐. If you do it, it kind of sounds like a 욕같이 약간.
Yeah.
It's kind of a negative nuance.
Like for example, my wife and I were moving soon. We're looking at some furniture, and she saw something that she really liked, and then it turns out that was made from really poor quality, and she's like, ketchup.
맞아요. Yeah. And I don't think, do people nowadays use this word? Because I feel like I've heard it from my mom's friends, my grandma generation. 개떡. There you go. Done
Yeah.
poorly.
I mean, if you look at it too, like these are usually kind of shaped by hands, or they're not perfect circles.
That's
they're
right.
kind of, they're kind of rustic looking.
That's
So you can
good.
see where it comes from. Gejang, you have preserved crab, and they have 건빵.
My favorite.
You like 건빵? I think everyone. It's like animal crackers.
Yes.
They're very bland, but in like a way that's very addictive. I love
맞아요.
건빵 as well. It's most often translated as hardtack. It's not exactly the sort of thing that medieval sailors ate, but it fills the same role. It's a snack. It's a food with a long shelf life. It's based off of flour, and it's meant to keep for a very long time. And its primary use is for military. It's basically it's a military ration, something you can carry for a very long time.
That's right.
Without it going spoiled.
And it tastes like that.
It does, but yet it's so delightful at the same time too. And you'll see it too. People, it's a kind of a really beloved thing. You'll see it as a garnish for a lot of things. Like I've seen 빙수 that's been garnished with like 건빵. You'll see it all over the place.
원래 이 건빵은 혼자 먹으면 안 되잖아요. 그래서
Right?
별사탕도 같이 나오기도 하고, 근데 저는 별사탕은 안 먹고 건빵만 먹어도 저는 충분하게
Right.
그래 느껴지는데.
Yeah, 별사탕. They're these little star-shaped, candies that are basically pure sugar. But,
Yeah, that's right. But you were also talking about how it'll get you thirsty.
Right. So according to one online source, someone did a study, and I'm going to say this, citation needed, but they say that they did a study where the maximum number of 건빵 you can eat in 1 minute without drinking any water, you eat them one after the other, is 7. They're so dry that's the maximum you can eat in 60 seconds. It takes a little under 10 seconds to chew and swallow one. That's how dry they are.
그래서 어느 조사에 따라서 결과는 물을 마시지 않고 하나씩 씹어 먹을 때 1분 안에 먹을 수 있는 양은 7개 내외로. That's interesting. 스펀지에서도 직접 실험해본 결과 그나마 7개도 먹지 못하는 사람들도 대부분인 것 같은데요. 한번 실험해야 될 것 같아요. 건빵을 사가지고 얼마? 얼마나?
I was thinking about bringing some today, but the chewing and swallowing sounds might be a trigger for too many of our
That's true.
listeners.
너무 ASMR인데요.
Right.
Well, let's continue on. If you guys are just joining us, we are talking about some foods that start with the first letter of the Korean alphabet, which is 기역. 기역자로 시작하는 음식을 한번 이 테마를 준비해봤는데요. 그렇다면 오늘의 퀴즈도 이런 관련인데요. 한국말로 기역자 고기 겹빵은 무엇을 뜻하는 걸까요? 정답을 아시는 분들은 샵 1013으로 단문 50원, 장문 100원, 유료 문자 보내주시면 추첨을 통해서 커피 쿠폰 드리겠습니다. 또다시 힌트를 드리자면 이게 한국 음식은 아니죠. 고기 겹빵은 한국 음식은 아닌데 미국을 생각하면서
Right.
정답을 보내주시면 될 것
Think
같습니다.
of this as like the 한국어 version of a 외래어 term.
Oh, yeah. There you go. Keep those messages coming in. Looks like some people got it right. And let's continue on.
Right. So we talked about 호불호 foods earlier in the season, and this is one of those things, I think. Do you like 고량주?
I'm not a big Jew type of person. And so even like when you go to like a 삼계탕 place and 그런 고급 그 alcohol
Sure.
preserved with ginseng and stuff like that. 그런 걸 줘도 잘 안 마시거든요. What about you?
I'm a big fan.
Oh, you are?
Unfortunately, no one else around me is.
Yeah,
And
it's spicy.
it's not something you can really order by the glass. So I never
맞아요.
get to have any because I'm never with anyone
맞아요.
who enjoys it. And for those who don't know what 고량주 is, it's a Chinese liquor made from, in English, it's most often referred to as kaoling liquor. It's made from sorghum, susu in Korean. It's
Okay.
a grain. It's light. It's very fragrant. You know, usually has a lot of herbs and medicinal things inside of it to give it.
And
a
so it
really-
does taste like medicine.
It does, and I don't mind that.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I mean, so do things like root beer.
그럼 한약 같은 것도 잘 드시는 편인가요?
I do. I do. I like licorice. I'm weird like that. I like it.
okay.
I grew up enjoying a lot of those really kind of floral fragrance sort of
Yeah.
things.
저도 한약, 뭐 보약 같은 거는 잘 삼킬 수 있는데 if there's alcohol in it, I'm dead.
Well, it's also one of the more potent liquors out there
Okay.
too, right? Because it can go up to 62%.
Oh my goodness.
It's apparently the world's strongest liquor is a 92% was a 고량주.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's definitely one of the more potent liquors out there.
Not curious about that.
No,
one.
no. Next, we also have another 외래어 term, 고로케, which
Oh,
of course is a
맛있죠.
croquette, usually consisting of some fried dough with a bread crumb coating, filled with a vegetable and meat mixture or potato. So the etymology of this is French. It comes from the verb croquer, to crunch, which is a great.
That's fun.
Have you ever had the sandwich croque monsieur, croque madame?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It
yeah,
literally translates to Mr. Crunchy or Mrs. Crunchy.
yeah. Wow.
Do you know what the difference is?
I don't.
The
Female and the male term.
Yeah, so the croque madame has an egg on top. Do you know why that's the woman?
Oh my god, because of the egg.
Because it's a hat. It's a lady's hat. The egg is supposed to look like a lady. I am not kidding you. That's
little
why-
more fashionable.
That's why it is croque madame when
That's
you have
so
an egg
cute.
on it.
croquet, French term에서 나오는 to crunch.
To crunch.
To
And
crunch,
they
to
are-
munch.
Yeah, if they're made well, they are crunchy. Next, we have 곤밥, which is 쌀밥. But it's 제주 사투리 for 쌀밥. And we've talked about on the show before how traditionally it's very hard to grow rice on Jeju Island. So, it makes sense
Okay.
that they'd have their own term for it.
곤밥.
골동반, which is another term for bibimbap. And then next we have 곰국. And so what's funny was that, this dictionary had two entries, 곰 and 곰국.
곰탕이 아닐까요?
It's 곰탕 and 곰국.
Okay.
So we need to do an episode about the difference between like 탕국, 찌개, 전골, because there's a huge debate between all those different terms.
예, 사실 이 곰탕도 찾아보니까 고기를 맹물에 넣고 그냥 끓여서 국이라는 의미의 공탕, like ball, 공탕에서
Right.
유래되었다고 하는데요. There's a lot of different names for this.
There are, and a lot of people will debate over what exactly is and
Right.
isn't 곰탕 or
Right.
곰국.
Right.
The best way to define it is by what it's not. And so 곰탕, one aspect that all definitions will agree on is that it's clear and it's not milky like a 사골육수 or like
I
a
see.
설렁탕. And then let's see, we have 공갈빵, which is one of my favorite things growing up.
Yeah.
It's indistinguishable from magic.
I mean, oh, you really?
No, like when I was a kid, like how do they get the sugar coating on the inside of the
okay.
ball?
Yeah.
One of my favorite ones from this list though has to be 기름사탕.
기름사탕. I mean, is that just caramel?
It's caramel, yeah. It's because caramel they have butter in them. Hence 기름사탕.
기름사탕. There you go. I mean, we can go on and on. Unfortunately, we are running out of time, so I'll have to leave you with that. Thank you once again.
Always a pleasure.